spicy again.
Getting spicy.
So when we have this and you don't know what number in there and it's equal to 12, the number that goes inside has to be 12 times 12. Does anybody know what that is? 144.
Nailed it.
So that would be the question mark for the first one. Ooh, second one. If the second one is equal to 3 over 4, what would be inside of here would be 3 over 4 times 3 over 4. How do you multiply fractions? What would be the answer?
9 over 4?
9, close. 9 is right on the top number. You multiply the tops.
9 over 16.
And over 16, we also, with multiplying fractions, adding and subtracting, that denominator stays the same. Multiplying, you multiply the tops, multiply the bottom, so it'd be 9 over 16. And the last one. This is where having a calculator would probably be helpful. Right, Mr. Sheriff?
Yeah, absolutely.
1.8 times 1.8? 3.24. That would be a little harder to do. But if you knew 18 times 18 was 324, then you could get to 3.24.
See, I gotta remember that trick there.
Like, this is just like 18 times 18 is 324.
Now
Wow.
move the decimal twice.
And 2 decimals, this, your answer has to have 2 decimals.
Gotta remember that.
That's, you don't need to know that today, but this is your new trick for multiplying. Multiplying with decimals. 0.3 times 0.5. Well, since you know 3 times 5 is 15, this answer will also have a 15. But if your original answer has 2 decimal places, one here and one here, your final answer has to have 2 decimal places. So the answer to this one is 0.15. If I had 2.1 times 0.2, 2 times 21 is 42. There's 1 decimal here and 1 decimal here. It'll be 0.42. Mental math trick for the day. Okay, but we are working on square roots. So the reason they call it a square root is because if you would draw a square, and here we have a square with an area of 9. Did you know that you can figure out the area of a square by doing length times width? And something is a square means that this side is the same as this side. Sometimes in math they put a little dash on there to say those 2 sides are the same. If those 2 sides are the same, how long are the sides?
3.
3 and 3. Because 3 times 3 is 9. And so one of the reasons they call it a square root is it's because it's related to areas of squares. Yeah. Ba-da-da-da. That's nice and easy. So in this 7 by 7 square, the outside highlighted square is 25 square units, while the inside one is 16. The dotted line represents some number between 16 and 25 square units. So what they're saying is the following. We can now maybe do some estimates. You know, if you had a square of 25, its side length is 5. If you had a square with an area of 16, its side lengths would be 4. The dotted one is bigger than 16 but smaller than 25. If I pick something like the square root of 20, what do you think it would equal?
5.
If you were estimating, would it be bigger than 5, less than 5, bigger than 4, less than 4? Where would it be? Okay? You're going to have to go to decimals. Do you see that 20 is bigger than 16? So when I square root it, does it make sense that it's got to be bigger than 4?
4.5.
4.5 seems like a good guess.
And I say 4.4.
All right, I like that.
4.45.
Oh, I like 4.472. I don't know. Let's try it.
That's probably what it is. Friggin' JR.
I don't know. So we can go to our calculator and square root of 20. 4.472. Look at that.
Oh, I was 2 hundredths off.
Yeah. So we can estimate square roots if you know the ones that are nice, the perfect squares. If you have a number in between them, you can estimate that square root that way. So if you have square root of 22, 22 is somewhere between 16 and 25, so you would estimate. Okay? And you can do this on your calculator to check it. But you would know as an estimate it's somewhere between 4 and 5. We can do this with decimals. If you take a 1 by 1 square and break it up into 100 little pieces, you have a 1 by 1 square and break it up into 100 little pieces and shade 36 of them, this would be 6/10 and this would be 6/10. And if you multiplied 6/10 times 6/10, multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms, you would get 36 out of 100. So we can do square roots with decimals as well. Now you'll be able to use your calculator to check those things, but that sort of gives you a visual of what's happening. Oh, we're so close to done the notes. I'm really excited about finishing the unit, and then I'm happy about getting you guys ready for your test and moving us forward. What are we on? Are we on page 45? Yeah, 45. What's the last page? 46. Okay. I'm just trying to be not that excited. So without your calculator, we're going to get an estimate, and then we're going to find the actual value and see how close you are with the calculator. So when you see 7.5, you want to find one bigger and one smaller that you know. What's a square root bigger than 7.5 that you know? As close as possible. Do you know the square root of 8? I don't think so.
9.
Square root of 9. What is square root of 9?
3.
3. What's the one smaller than 7.5 that you know? 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So now you got 7.5. You're going to make the best guess you can between 2 and 3 and see how close you get. For this one, we're going to let Igor guess. Ooh, we're going to make it more. Igor's going to guess. And Daniel's going to guess. 2.6 for Igor. Daniel, where are you going? Hmm? 2.5. All right. Those are your two guesses. So now we're going to take bets, and the teacher's going to take a cut. It's all no. That would not be. I get into trouble. All right. Now the two bets have been. The two guesses have been placed. You have to guess which one you think is going to be closer, the 2.6 or the 2.7, and we're going to find out right now with the calculator.
I say, you don't want us to say who we think?
Oh, you can keep it in your head, and you just have to. If you got it right, you have to cheer loudly when we find out who's closer. 7.5. 2.73. 2.6 was closer. So, based on the volume in this class, I guess it was very quiet. The rest of you were terrible guessers.
Yeah.
That's what you could have faked it, but no.
Make it till you make it.
2.73. When you have fractions, I'm going to erase this just so we have space here. What do you think this is close to?
Is that an 8 and a
That's an
5?
8 and a 5. Like, if I did a 9 and a 4, that would give me 3/2.
Is that a 9?
Okay? That is a 9. Thanks a lot. Now I'm all self-conscious. So one thing I could do is I could say, I think it's going to be 1.5 because it sure looks close to 9 over 4. The other thing I could do is I could say, I went to my calculator and I did 8 divided by 5 and I got 1.6. 1.6 is bigger than 1, which I know is 1, and less than, obviously, 4, which I know is 2. Okay. This time I think we're going to go Abel and Nathan. You guys are the ones guessing. We're doing square root of 1.6. It's got to be bigger than 1 and less than 2. You got to give me a decimal in there. And we'll see who's closest. 1.1? Ooh, and? 1.2. All right. Pick your poison and get ready to cheer. Square root of 8 divided by 5. I know I'm typing extra slow just to create that like anticipation. I know you can't wait to find out. Okay, get ready to cheer if you picked right. 1.26. Everybody picked 8 except for Stacy. Stacy cheered a little bit. So quiet. I guess, you know what? I shouldn't be complaining, right? Because there's, what would we get it as? 1.26? 3/10 is the square root of 0.3. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 0 is? 0 times 0 happens to be 0. You're correct. It's going to be between 0.3. And 0.3 is going to be between 0 and 1. Okay? We're going to go Matthew and Brandon off this time.
Yeah, you first.
What are you going to go? We're doing the square root of 0.3. You're doing your guesses here. It's got to be somewhere between 0 and 1.
0. It's 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1, right?
The answer has to be somewhere between 0 and 1. Because 0.3 is between the square root of 0 and square root of 1.
Alright, I don't know, 0.4.
0.4. Oh, nice. You got advantage going second. You're like, is he too low? Is he too big? This is like Price is Right. Have you ever watched that show?
Oh, many times. Bob,
Zero
wait,
point six.
yes.
0.6.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
That's too high. Aren't those way too high?
Mr. Shirk says they're both way too high.
Actually, but alright.
What are you going, Mr. Shirk?
I feel like from what you just showed us, 0.15.
0.15 for Mr. Shirk.
Yeah, you should let us re-guess.
He's using my calculator.
Oh,
No.
he's not
No
using a calculator.
But I could be wrong. I
You-
think I'm.
You could be wrong.
You should let us re-guess. With that information.
You're going to be influenced by
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Shirk?
Oh, I'm definitely wrong.
No, now he's definitely wrong.
I want to know.
I just showed you decimal math.
I know.
Check out the decimal math.
I
If
know
you
what
thought
I
it
was
was
doing.
0.4, what is 0.4 times 0.4?
I know what I did wrong.
0.16. Not bad, not bad. How close is it to 0.3? A little bit low. What's 0.6 times 0.6? 0.36. Oh, that's a little high.
Oh.
Ooh, but I'm feeling like the 0.6 is going to be closer.
0.5.
0.5 times 0.5. Oh, that'll be too small.
This one's hurting my brain, but I.
0.25. Isn't it weird how it's so close? It's closer to 0. So what Mr. Shirk is saying is hurting his brain. Is 0.3 is way closer to 0 than it is to 1. So his brain says it should be in the lower half. I like the way your brain is thinking.
Right.
But the decimals there, the decimal math I just showed you says that 0.5 is actually too little. It's going to be more than half. Isn't that crazy? Like, let's see.
Wait, can you not let 0?
No, you might have had it.
Zero.
Stick to your 0.6. Well, 0.6 won't do it either. But
0.6 is too much.
yeah.
0.5 would be too little.
Can you do 2 decimals?
Okay, you want to change your answer now?
Yeah, 0.
So now I've got. What do you think?
Okay, 0.
Here's I'll put in blue. 0.
Alright.
Point.
0.
It's in here, right?
Yeah. 0.18.
It's somewhere in between 0.5 and 0.6.
0.
It's got to be bigger than 0.5.
0.5. 1.
0.51.
0.55.
0.55. Ooh.
This is officially, it's like no matter what, it's hurting my brain.
I like it.
I don't know why I'm struggling with this.
I like it. Here we go. Here's the test. The square root of 0.3.
Oh man.
0.5477.
Oh
0.55 was very close.
So you guys, had you have trusted your, never listen to Shirk.
But I like, so the square roots throw us off a little bit that way when we're doing our mental math, because we would think that 0.3 is way closer to 0. But knowing this idea of decimal math sure helps.
And I was going with 15 and 15 is 30,
Right.
but you can't work with that. Because
I mean,
it's not the same, because 15
like-
times 15.
Check out that 0.5 and 0.5. That's an easy fraction. 1/2 times 1/2. That's 1/4. That makes it 0.25. It really, when you multiply decimals, it gets lower in answers than you would think.
Right.
And square roots throw you off a little bit. Okay, we got 2 more questions. A frame measures 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters this way, 20 centimeters this way. And someone gave you a nice square picture. I'm definitely not drawing this to scale. With an area of 500 centimeters squared. I drew it that way to throw you off. Like, would that green box fit in the black one? Absolutely. But I haven't drawn it right. That 500 actually I think would be quite a bit bigger. Luckily, and maybe, whoa, I don't want to move that. This, okay, is it this big? Is it tiny? How big is it?
Way bigger.
If it's 500, if it's 500 inside, how long are the sides? How big are the sides? Well, we could figure that out. We could figure that out by doing the square root of 500. Go to our calculator. Any guesses?
25.
25? 25 times 25? Square root of 500. 22.36. How big do I have to make this? That would be 20. It's bigger than 20,
Like that.
right? Will your artwork fit?
Well, if maybe if the box was actually good, if you drew it.
Oh, if I drew it nicer, right? If I drew a nicer picture, you'd make it fit. If I had a nicer fit. 22.36. It will not fit since the sides are 22.36 centimeters, which is more than the 20 centimeters. The 30 centimeter side is fine. It's that 20 centimeter side that causes us a problem. So we had a square picture, we knew the area. You can find a side length of a square by square rooting.
Wait, did you just say you can find a square root by square rooting?
You can find the side length of a square
Oh,
by square rooting. Yes, it'd be like, you can add by adding. And today, we're going to learn that you can multiply by multiplying, subtract by subtracting, and divide by dividing. I'd be like, oh, thanks a lot, Mr. JR. Captain Obvious. I could have added names in here. You're a friend, and then we could add somebody in class, ask them to help with math. He wrote the square root of 6.4 is 3.2. Is that right? No. That's why I didn't use a name in class. Is the square root of 6.4 equal to 3.2? In other words, is 3.2 times 3.2 equals question mark to 6.4?
Yeah.
Careful.
Oh, no.
Well, what did you do? You did the same mistake, I bet. What did you do to say yes?
No, I was like,
It looks
You
like
did a
it
mistake.
looks like it's almost right, isn't it?
oh.
What would make it, or what do you think the friend did instead of multiply?
9.4.
It would be like 9 point something. You'd have to take it into your calculator and actually do it.
3.2, yeah.
It's gonna be, because 3 times 3 is 9.
30 and 30 is 900.
Yeah.
Then it's what, 32 times 2 is 64. So I'm already at 964, am I doing that right?
Okay.
Plus 4 more, 968. So 9.68.
It's gonna be more than that.
Is it 9?
All then 64 and 64, 128. 1,028, 1,032.
It's gonna-
So 10.32 or something like that.
Yeah, let's see how close we were. 3.2 times 3.2. Your friend got 6.4. It should be 10.24.
4. What did I say? 2.8.
You're close.
Okay, you've helped me though. At least I get that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why I couldn't get the square root.
Are you a worksheet on this?
Not really. So, what do you think your friend did? Do you think that what did they put here instead of multiply?
Divide.
Can you see the mental math? They didn't multiply because it should be, they probably added here. And they just took this number and cut it in half. When in reality, you're looking for, right? If I was guessing, I would say it should be somewhere between 3 and 2. Right? 6.4 should be somewhere between 3 and 2. I'm going to go 2.52. That's what I'm going to go. Let's check it out. Square root 6.4. Oh, 2.53. I was so close.
2.53 only because but 2.52 if we're not worrying about rounding.
Oh yeah, it's still closer to 2.53. There we go. And with that, we are done our booklet, which means we have to get ready for our test. I'll stop the video here.